not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Holla at your boy. Y'all know how we do, man. Big Vern coming to you on a beautiful Wednesday here in the Midwest. 34 right now in the morning, but it's going to get up to 70. So make sure you get your pets out early and probably go take a walk yourself. See some new things in your neighborhood. On our last segment, we talked about the Green Bay the Green Bay Packers, the Green Bay Pussies. They sit up here and they put paperwork on the Philadelphia Eagles trying to get the brotherly shove banned. That's some soft ass shit. I don't know. Like I said, we talked about that. Gonna stay in the NFC. Jesus, this is a heavy NFL segment right now. Gonna stay in the NFC, but gonna go to the NFC South. And the Falcons, they got put on the spot at the combine. And I started laughing when I read it myself because it was almost like, remember when you was little? I don't know how some of y'all was raised, but when I was little, I knew I was in trouble. And I would have my friends trying to ask my mama, can I do stuff like I wasn't in trouble? And my mama would give my friends an honest answer. This was just the same thing, but it was a difference because you had reporters asking Raheem Brock about Kirk Cousins' future with the Atlanta Falcons. And it was almost like, hey, can Kirk Cousins come outside? His ass can't come outside. The Atlanta Falcons general manager, Mr. Terry Fontenot, and Mr. Coach Raheem Morris, they made it clear that Kirk Cousins won't be competing for a starting job if he does return to the Atlanta Falcons this upcoming season. Number one, the fact that they said if he does return. Wow. So this dude went from signing $80 million. This is how fast this can turn on you in a heartbeat. This dude went from signing $80 million. Now, matter of fact, he may holler at his agent and get a Snickers deal because life come at him pretty fast. $80 million in the offseason to play for the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons then go out and then they draft Michael Penix Jr. I was asking people, hey, look, wait a minute. Who made that deal for Kirk Cousins? Because the new coaching regime, they did not want him. They went into the draft to get their guy. Kirk Cousins being older, coming back from a lower leg injury, that's going to make you slower. That's not going to make you faster. And then there were different podcasters on the ground that were very close to the Atlanta Falcon organization that did not like what they were seeing. I was just reporting what they were saying and echoing their same sentiments. And now when when the season started off and they get to looking at Kirk Cousins in his totality, he would go whole months without throwing touchdowns. And in that same span have almost 9 interceptions. Knowing all of that, the way that Raheem Brock and the general manager, Mr. Terry Fontenot, the way that they spoke, it was as if they don't want him back. And if he did have enough guts to show his face, he is going to be on the bench. He is not going to compete for a starting job. Damn. This is what they said. This ain't what I said. This is not me. This is management talking. Wow. This is just, oh man. That's about as real can get. I don't know about you, but that's about as real can get right there. Oh my goodness. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Burn. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios with another rap album we pushing. I'm telling you, it's like Christmas today. Staley, Gamala Crip Krogan in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be 10%. Godly Breath on the patio is fire. Just fire. First Class Mage, Look Mommy, and Count Your Blessings, featuring Currency, aka Young Spitter, Jet Life, Staley, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Staley. I like it. Like I said, I like the album. It's pretty dope. So, looking here, when we left off on the other side of the content, the Atlanta Falcons, they made it very clear that if he returns to the Falcons this upcoming season, he's not competing for a starting job because nobody needs a second bite at a shit sandwich. Nobody needs a second bite at a shit sandwich. Morris said, when asked about Kirk Cousins' chances of retaking the job, he shut that shit down quick. He said, look, Michael Penix is our quarterback, and Michael Penix will continue to be our quarterback. In plain English, never, ever, 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 don't you ever. Kurt ain't starting for them again. It's over. Nobody wants to see that. And again, Raheem wasn't done heaping praise upon Michael Penix Jr., saying, and I quote, I've got so much confidence in Michael Penix leading us into the future, and I believe our whole building does, and I believe our whole fan base does, and I believe our owner does as well. We are all really excited about that young man, end quote. Now, notice what he said is that nobody believes in Kirk Cousins. Not the building, not the owner, not the staff. There's no confidence that he can do anything but be a backup going forward. Because that's what he said about one guy, is that everybody's got the faith and everybody's got so much promise tied up into Michael Penix Jr. Ain't nobody got shit for Kirk Cousins. Bro, you got that big check. And when I was watching Kirk Cousins struggle, and I had to say to myself, sometimes you have to let things play out. And I think that was Raheem Brock letting the old guard see that they made a mistake and paying Kirk Cousins this kind of money. And they let him, and he let them see this on a week in and week out basis, to where it became undeniable you have to sit Kirk Cousins because he was tearing the franchise down. And then Kirk Cousins got out here and he was lying on these NFL streets. Y'all know what because I caught him, man. I caught him out here lying. I caught him out here lying on these NFL streets. He went on some NFL show, state-sponsored TV, talking about how he got hurt after the Saints game. He wasn't the same, but when he played Dallas, he threw for like 200 and something yards. And then when he went and played Minnesota after Dallas, he threw for 300 and something yards. Come on, man. I do this. It's no reason to catch him up in lies, but you know what? Lies have a way of sticking around. And the reporters at the combine, they asked Raheem, what's up with all this capping from Kirk Cousins? And he was saying he was hurt in New Orleans. But he told the team he was fine. Yeah. Again, he did that. And then Raheem just said straight up, now why did Kurt's story change? That's a question clearly for Kurt that only he can answer. He has to be able to tell y'all he's lying. Ooh. Again, I kept trying to tell you they was playing damage control. And that's usually when agents, they go ahead and walk over the talking points with their clients because they know they don't have a chance in Atlanta. See, Here's the thing. If Raheem didn't have the full support of the owner and the general manager and the team president, everybody in the front office, if he didn't have the full support of that core group of people to come out and say, the dude they just paid $80 million doesn't have a home here, he wouldn't have said it. But funny thing about the truth, if it's true now, how long has it been true? They've known this since Michael Penix has taken over. They knew this towards the end of the season. So this wasn't something they just all got together, talked about, and discussed it. And in January, they were just like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and give the reins to the kid. No, they knew this last year. Right now, it's becoming news to us because they verbally voiced their opinion right now. But we know for a fact that they don't want Kirk Cousins. And so that left Kirk to get up there and start pump faking, capping, lying on the mic, talking about he was hurt when he wasn't. There's no shame in getting old. Just accept it. You're not going to be the young guy. You're not going to be the young guy. This kid is what they want. It's cool. Right off into the sunset. You had some cool moments. You had some cool games. Just be good with that. But again, anytime you want to try and make a quarterback controversy, you have the media kind of stoke the fires. Atlanta was having none of that. They told you the brutal truth. They do not want Kirk Cousins. They do not want Kirk Cousins. And no matter how much he tries to endear himself, no matter how much he tries to rewrite his own history, bro, they see you. They know who you are. Now, to the good folks of Fulton County, are you excited about this year's NFL draft? And are you excited about all of the weapons that Michael Penix could actually have at his disposal? This is Big Vern.